Hello, my name is Amanda DeCardy, and I am a doctoral candidate in the field of instructional technology and distance education at Nova Southeastern University. I'm currently talking to you from Shenzhen, China, which is right across the harbor from Hong Kong. I am hoping to graduate within the next year and a half or so, and I have a few things that I want to share. Firstly, I'd like to share with you what I believe as the foundation for my philosophy as I'm entering this field. And then secondly, I'd like to share with you what I plan on doing and what I'm doing now as I enter this dissertation process. The first thing that I'd like to share with you is that I want to be a true scientist. We are standing on the shoulders of giants. There has been a tremendous amount of research that has been done in this field, and there are theories in which we should ground our research. It is important that we don't go rogue with our research and that we ground our research in those existing theories. The second thing that I think is very important is that we actually follow the true scientific method. Now, moving from a practitioner to a scientist is almost like unlearning what I've done over the last 24 years in education. For the last 24 years in education, I've had many successes and many failures. However, as a scientist, I need to take a step back from that. That first step of that scientific process is so incredibly important, and it's important that I have a well-defined question and a researchable issue, which is based on that theory component that I mentioned. The third thing that I think is important to me is that I want to balance the rigor and relevance and the validity of my study. I believe that it's important to do that because the results should be generalizable. Our ultimate goal is to improve learning and to improve education for our next generation. And doing that, we can balance the rigor and the relevance so that the results are generalizable and that our practitioners can take action. Now let me go ahead and talk about some of the things that I'll actually do. There was a 1960s book, and it was about the tyranny of the urgent. I think it was Charles Hummel who wrote this book. He talked about the tyranny of the urgent and how we have what urgently needs to be done right now, but then also keeping that bigger picture in mind. And as part of being that scientist, it's important that we don't get stuck in the mundane and we keep that bigger picture. So something that I will be doing is ensuring that I'm keeping that bigger picture and that I am building on the shoulders of giants and grounding that research in theory, not just relying on my gut instincts. The second thing that I will do is to ensure that I am following that scientific process. Now, it's important to note that the scientific process is not rigid. It is okay for me to bring in my 24 years of practical experience because that 24 years of practical experience may help me come up with a well-defined question. However, it's important that I take that well-defined question and I base it in theory so that I can go ahead and go through that hypothesis, the experiment, and the analysis of the results so that they are generalizable. And so that third component that I will do is I will go ahead and I will balance that rigor and that relevance. My entire career has been about making a larger impact. At first, it was just my classroom as a high school math teacher. Then it was the entire high school as an administrator. Then it was the entire district as a director of curriculum. But now I'm hoping to make an even larger impact with a larger community by joining that amazing community of ITDE as a scientist, a researcher, and a scholar. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day.